So, hello, this is Vikas Marado and welcome to C for Coding. So, today we are going to solve that how can we generate all the sub array of a given array, right? So, I think we all are familiar with sub array. So, uh, what is sub array, right? First question is basically sub array is nothing but it is the part of the array. It can be a full array, it can be a part by part of the array, okay. And here we are talking about the continuous array, okay. Continuous array means the elements should not be skipped, it is in continuous manner, right? So if I take example for better understanding, let's say example, for example we have given array 1 to 9 90 87, right? And we want to calculate the that sub array. So firstly the basic sub array of the first array will be 1 in this array, okay, 1 to 90 and 87, right? And the second array should be 1 means first element, then it's 2 and so on so on so on so on till 87, right? This is our means array, right? And then our more array, and then more sub array will be 1 2, okay, 1 2, right? Then it can be 290, it can't be 287 because I said that it is continuous manner. Continuous manner means after 2 what is 90, exact 90, okay. So we don't have to skip any index, okay. So that's not fulfill our requirement because we are saying for continuity, okay. So let's start. So see how can we do this. So basically I am approaching the n cube, right? This n cube complexity, okay, because it is a because beginner can understand, okay. So basically I am dealing this time with n cube, then I will show how can I deal with that n square, then also we will do with pre-computing, okay, fix sum, okay, y of n, okay. So we are going to do with three types of method. First one is a beginner, that is n cube, second n square, and third is our prefix sum on, okay, big of on time complexity, right? So let's start. So first of all I will write this. Okay, so firstly we have to declare an array. So for example if I have declared the size, okay, I am taking the size from the user, then I am taking the vector, okay. So if you are not familiar with vector, so I am soon bringing a video of vector STL, okay, STL C++, right? Vector is actually comes in the STL, it's standard template library of C++. So let's start. So I of size v1, vector v1 of size, and right. So then what we'll do, okay. So firstly we have to calculate the sub array. So for this I am taking the first input of the array, okay, whatever it is, int I equals to 0, I less than n, plus I have taken the input of the array. Right, let's see how can we do this. So firstly I am dealing with this int I equals to 0, I will go till n plus I, right? Then I am doing second loop, okay. I so j equals to j less than, sorry, j equals to I, we have to start with I. So basically, if you don't understanding what I am doing, so for a time I will just trying to explain you. Uh, let's give some example to understand this. Why I'm taking the first and second loop and okay. So let's take example where here I am taking an array of 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 7 size. Okay. So basically our first we'll do the first loop we will do it traverse sort the element 1 to 7 and the second loop also traverse 1 to 7. So what is the basic difference between them? Let's see. Here is the basic difference. For example, we all know that our subarray can be 1 2 3 4 5 6. The single element can be subarray, right? Okay, the single array can be subarray. Okay, which single number can be a subarray, okay, of the array, right? Single number can be a subarray of the array. For example, 1 can be another subarray, 2 can be another subarray, 4 can be, 3 can be another, 4 can be another. Okay. So 7. So there are fixed that 7 subarrays should be present. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 monoid subarray, right? So basically, when we are traveling from I equals to 0 to j equals to 0, because I equals to 0, so we get number 1, which is our first answer. Okay. If let's take the third for loop to indicate to print the subarray. Okay. So I am taking this array k, which is going to index I and which less than equals to, right? Okay, and plus k, right? It is used to print the subarray. Okay, so I am printing this subarray, right? So I am printing the subarray for this k, right? For better understanding, let's see out and right. So now we all can see the difference. Okay, for example, I am giving the array of 5 size. It is 1 2 3 4 5. This is my array, right? Okay. So if I will, for seeing the output in this output txt, I have to import 1 2 or 3 line output. Let's import my template. Then I have to copy just this. Then I have to put it in main function. Okay. So let's see what is the output. Okay, so see, we get an output. Let's maximize this size. Okay, so our first subarray is 1, second is 1 2, third is 1 2 3. See, they are continuous line, right? And they are non repeating. None of the element is repeating. Okay, and they are in continuous line. Firstly 1 is there, then 2 is there, then 3 is there. Okay, there is no continuity element. For example, if we are thinking that why after 1 only 2 comes, rather before starting I said that it's a continuous subarray. Okay, we are going to deal with continuous subarray. Okay, so it is definitely clear, it mandatory that after 1 2 will be cam. अगर नहीं आएगा तो गलत होगा, right? 1 1 2 1 3, this is our 1 subarray, second subarray, third subarray, fourth, fifth, sixth till 15 subarray. Okay, so this is the code of the simple subarray. Okay, and it's basically the complexity of this is approximately equals to n cube. Okay, because we are using how much? 3. So it's 3 5. इतनी complexity ज़्यादा है, तो हम इसको कंप्यूट करेंगे n स्क्वायर में रखेंगे, फिर हम लोग बिग ऑफ n में रखेंगे, प्रीफिक्स समझें कैसे करेंगे. ठीक है. So thank you so much for watching this. I hope you will understand this. So don't forget to press the bell icon and answer doubt in the